to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm solid. How you doing, sister?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Thanks for joining us here today.
No problem.
We're here at the podcast, and I'm talking with
Precinct Officer 1000, Nakashawan of the ISUPK.
and we're here today to talk with Officer Nakashawan because he is the director. I think you said you were the producer,
Creator,
progenitor, all of that above,
all the things.
all of the things of the Dark Side of Fatherhood series.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone has seen all over their YouTubes, Facebook, TikToks, Instagrams, all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And, he was willing to give us this time to try to get to know a little bit about him, about the Dark Side series, and everything he's trying to do. So I thank you for being here today, brother.
Thank you.
Just to start out, kind of light, kind of airy.
Yeah.
So it's obvious from the series that you're a father, or I can assume that you're a father.
Right.
Tell me about when you first found out you were going to be a dad. How did you feel then?
Yeah. So when we first found out, we were happy. I was elated. And because it's something that I always wanted to be. I mean, most black men feel like that. You feel like you want to be the thing that you were deprived of. And my father was around, but I wanted that responsibility, and I wanted that task. So I felt amazing about it. Yeah.
So the little girl we see in the videos, is that your daughter, or is that just like an actress or something like that? Somebody you got on stand-in?
No, that's my daughter, Heaven.
Mm-hmm. How old is she?
She is 10 today.
Oh wow! amazing. I would have never thought you had a 10-year-old daughter, but
Yeah,
neither here nor
it bees like that sometimes.
there. So how'd you feel when you found out she was going to be a girl? Or did you guys find out, like, or was it just like?
Yeah. I found out and I was like, oh, all right, here we go, you know. And all brothers, you know, we want boys, obviously, but the Lord chose to give me a girl. So I was excited about it. I didn't know what it entailed, you know, but I'm glad I got a girl.
And then what about when you first, I mean, I guess your first time holding Heaven or when she was born, how'd you feel then? Like,
It was, it's an interesting story because, like, I was a lot bigger, you know, I was a little bit more jacked.
it was jacked.
Yeah, I was jacked back then, so I was always so nervous of holding her because I thought I was gonna, you know, break her. She's so small, you know. But the first time I held her, it was at the hospital, and again, I didn't know how to do it, you know. So the picture looks pretty awkward, but it definitely felt good for sure.
Yeah. So, the series is pretty heavy in and of itself. I really didn't want to get there so fast, but you know, I gotta ask a question that people want to know. Can you kind of walk us through what got you to where you were in the first episode?
Yeah, most definitely. So I was, of course, in a relationship with her mom, and around that time, much like any brother who is, you know, going through certain things, you kind of don't understand why. You don't know what the fuck is happening. You kind of just, you go with the flow. And being in a dark place it's torturous, especially when you're doing it alone. Like, the world doesn't have empathy for a black man that's going through something. The world says, oh, well, this guy's a drunk and you're this, and there's no outlets for you. There's no nothing. When you vent, you know, you're a bitch. If you don't say nothing, you're a bitch. So it's like, well, like what do you do? And at that time, you know, in my late 20s going into the 30s, you don't know who you are as a man. So you kind of just walking around like a drifter with no purpose, no nothing, and that's where I was. So when Heaven was born, I remember her mom being a little bit more on the edge, you know, and then postpartum depression kicked in, you know, and what I was doing was trying to give her the information about it. And ultimately, I believe that is one of the factors for not only my depression, but the family splitting. You know, it's a thing that sisters go through that they're not aware that they're going through. And unfortunately, the family will suffer because of it. So I picked up a habit because of the pressure and the stress of being a black man. And yeah, and that pressure, what we call a demon, you know, we call it a demon. It did get the best of me.
So we get to see a little bit of your demons, as you called it, in the dark side. But I mean, you don't look like you got any demons on you now. So I mean, can you kind of tell us a little bit about how you got through that, how you got out of that? Like, what you do to fight those demons, to I guess to not succumb to that pit of despair.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I got down here, you know, I didn't have any family here.
Yeah.
I didn't have any family here. And I had just been talking to, like, people up north, right? So I was talking to a specific brother, and he was giving me counsel. His name is Captain Katazar of the ISUPK. And he said to me, he said, I can give you all this counsel, but it won't mean a damn thing until you get in the class. And he put me on to the classes here in, you know, in Atlanta. And from that point, I learned about who I was, what demons were, the problems that I was going through, and how to fight those problems. So it then formed me into the man that you see now. You know, no longer the days where I have to suffer that fate that I had before, you know, because I'm living a righteous lifestyle. And then on top of that, too, I'm stronger now, but it's because of the ISUPK.
Okay. So we see you separate from heaven a lot in the throughout the dark side. Have you been in contact with her? Like, are you able to see her, visitation or anything like that?
No. Across the board, no. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, have you tried to reach out to her?
Yes. Yes. All the time.
And then, so I know you have your own story. You had your own story you wanted to tell. But what was the inspiration for the Dark Side series? Was it just, hey, let me get my story out, or did you want something bigger to come from it?
Yeah, so the Dark Side series, what I want to come out of it, like the goal, the whole purpose of it is for brothers, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indigenous brothers to know that I know what you're going through. You know, Black fathers, I know what you're going through. Here is somebody finally telling the tale of what we go through in the dark. You know, there's this idea that men cry in the dark. We do a lot of shit in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Not just cry, but we suffer in the dark. And I wanted to put that burden on my back, go back into that feeling of what it was like at that time in order to display and illustrate to Black people, period, not even just men, like, yo, this is what we go through. You know, you always hear the mother side of the story. You never hear the dad side of the story. All of our stories don't look the same. You know, the idea is, you know, you're a father, you're not around your kid, you out having sex and having fun. I wasn't having fun at all, as you can see.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and I know a lot of brothers who are not having fun. It's not fun raising your child through a FaceTime. You know, not being able to touch or hug the thing that you helped to create, to have that ripped away from you. Somebody has to tell a story, so I decided to do it.
And what made you decide to do it now? What made this feel like the right time for a project as ambitious as Dark Side?
It was just kind of like it was like the right time. I just think it just something was like, yo, just do this. You know, I was seeing a lot of other fathers talk about it too. Like, you know, like somebody was like, brothers are asking for stories like this to be out, and I was just getting tired of all the rhetoric that I would see online about it. It's like, Black men this, Black y'all ain't this, y'all like, nah, that ain't always the case though. You know what I mean? Like, if Black men ain't this and we ain't that, what is the mother that is keeping the child away from the dad? You know, you holding brothers' kids hostage because you didn't like the way they talked to you. You didn't like the way it ended. So that warned sisters, some of them, sisters, to strip the child away from the father. You know, the kid suffers.
Right.
The kid is going to suffer. So, yeah.
So, in doing this series, what would you say, like, what advice or what sort of guidance would you say to a father going through something like what you went through, or a mother on the edge or on the verge of doing something similar? Like, what advice would you give to that family, that young family, as they're going through these trying times, I guess?
I would tell the sisters to be.
All right. That's it. All right, open the camera. I don't see. Might got to move it back. Yeah, can you move that back? Might got to move it back. Okay. It's not 1, 2, 2. Right. So
like this. I'm not sure how to do this channel. Uh-oh.
There you go.
But it's not locked. It's locked.
Usually have, Tom, we got it like that. Or you have the back one.
That
Like that. You have it back. But show them how to adjust that.
come on.
Y'all can see that part from the mouse?
I think you gotta kind of like turn it and push it back. That's
Right.
true. That's a view that's focused on the face. So like if we have technical difficulties, hey, you can go and you just turn it back to the interview.
Because the doctors who dig inside your woman and, you know, that OBGYN person that you love and you trust so much is not going to tell you about postpartum depression. They'll tell you about birth control and how that's important, but they don't prep you for that demon that's coming. So listen to your man because he's going to know. And to the brothers, stay strong. Stay strong, you know, because her demon could easily become yours. And it's going to if you allow it. But you got to let her know what time it is, too. You got to let her know, like, listen, I know this is on you, but she has to want to fix it. But I tell her brothers, be strong and don't jeopardize your integrity. You know, don't go crawling into a bottle or a crack pipe or whatever your vice is. Don't do that, because you would be a part of the statistic that says that we ain't shit.
So, I think probably the last thing I would want.
Looks like it's not
Are we good? We live? Correct. All right. I'm Officer 1000 Rakaka Rob. I'm here with Officer 500 Mawasar. We're here to teach the Sabbath servant class. You understand, this is the class that we come in every Saturday morning. This is where you're really supposed to teach the Lord's service, the Sabbath service. You know, Christians teach it on a Sunday, but this is the actual day you're supposed to teach it on, the Sabbath day. Sunday is the Sunday to worship the sun. You understand? That's what the Christians do. But biblically, the Sabbath day is on the sundown Friday to the sundown Saturday. Right? We're here to teach the Sabbath service. So we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. This is ISUPK Atlanta. With that, we're going to go ahead and start the Sabbath service. All right, modules, we can stand. Go. Sark. La Yasharla. Sark. All right, well, now we're going to go ahead and send up the prayers. Go. All right. Wapun Hakradan, which means face the east. Sorry. We send up the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kodash,
Kodash,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malakwaka,
Malakwaka,
Taba'at,
Taba'at,
Ratzaka,
Ratzaka,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Baratza,
Baratza,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Bashemayim,
Bashemayim,
Lethanawa,
Lethanawa,
Letham, Cow,
Cow,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Wasalak Lanawa,
Wasalak
Kapawaf Nawa,
Nawa,
Kasalak Nawa,
Kasalak Nawa,
Kapawaf Yanawa,
Kawaf Yanawa,
Wala'at,
Wala'at,
Tabiyad Nawa,
Tabiyad,
Anasayawan,
Anasayawan,
Abal,
Abal,
Shai Nawa,
Shai Nawa,
Bayan,
Bayan,
Right,
Right,
Kaya,
Hayah,
Laka,
Laka,
Malakwa,
Malakwa,
Wa'ala,
Wa'ala,
Lakapara,
Para,
Lawalamya,
Wa'alamya,
Aman.
Aman. That's the Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom
Thy
come.
kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Daily bread.
Give us our debt.
Give us our debt.
Forgive our debtors.
Forgive our debt.
Lead us not.
Lead us not.
Temptation.
Temptation.
But deliver.
Deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is
Thine
the
is the
kingdom.
kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it. The prayer for the power in the Hebrew. The Hakak. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Baba Kwashah.
Baba Kwashah.
The Thalanawa.
Thalanawa.
Hakak.
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 La Pa'a.
Pa'a.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Kal Madawa.
Kal Madawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La Tahar.
Tahar.
Tazaraya.
Tazaraya.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La Haki.
The Hakri.
The Mati.
The Mafia.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al Rakawa.
Al Rakwa.
Tama Allah.
Tamal.
The Gar Shah.
Gar
By Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Hashem Yahweh
The
Shah.
Wada Aman.
What am I? It's the Hakak, the power in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name Yahweh Shah.
The name Yahweh Shah.
Give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal all
Power to heal all
manner
manner of
of
sickness.
sickness. All manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the leper.
Power to cleanse the leper.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to get the unclean spirit.
Power to get the unclean spirit.
Cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh
In the
Shah.
name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is the power to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahweh Shah.
By Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Rock Lanawa.
Rock Lanawa.
By Yasha Allah.
By Yasha Allah.
Wahabayah.
Wahabayah.
Saparia.
Saparia.
By Hashem Yahweh
By
Shah.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
The Wada Aman.
The what am I? It's bless Israel in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahweh
In the
Shah.
name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. All right. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahaya.
Al-Hahaya.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Azariah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Asha.
Asha.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa'aratza.
Wa'aratza.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yadawam.
Al-Yadawam.
Jamarka.
Jamarka.
Hanala'ah.
Hanala'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Mala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Yashun.
Yashun.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yashala.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yah.
Al-Yah.
Yanka.
Yanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Shamash.
Ashamash.
Mala'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Ayarak.
Wa'arak.
Balayla.
Balayla.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Kalrai.
Kalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Off the Pashka.
Al-Pashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'aka.
Taza'aka.
Wa'aka.
Wa'aka.
Ma'ata.
Ma'ata.
Awalam.
I will love. Psalm 121 in the English. I lift up my eyes to the
I
hill.
will lift up my eyes to the
From
hill.
which comes my help?
From which comes my
My
help?
help comes from the
My help
Lord.
coming from the Lord.
Great heaven and earth.
Great heaven and earth.
You will not suffer thy foot to be
You
moved.
will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel.
he that keepeth Israel
Neither slumber
shall
nor
neither
sleep.
slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy
The
keeper.
Lord is thy shade
The
upon
Lord
thy
is thy
right hand.
shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by
The
day.
sun shall the sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all
The
evil.
Lord shall preserve thee from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going
The
out.
Lord shall preserve thy going
And
out
thy coming in.
and thy coming in
From this time forth.
from this time forth
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahaya. It's
Al-Hayah.
like it. Alahayim.
Al-Hayah.
Al-Damyalaka.
Al-Damnal.
Al-Dakarat.
Al-Bakarat.
Wa'al.
Wa'al.
Dashakwat.
Al-Quat.
Al.
Al.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ana.
Ana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahweh.
Wamashana.
Mashanah.
Yaka.
Yakah.
Nasha'a.
Nasha.
Wa.
Wa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Yahama Yawa.
Yahweh.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayata. Aitazawa.
Waya. Sai Tazwa.
Al-Tazapawayaka.
Al-Tazwani.
Amar.
Amar.
Wa.
Wa.
Laka.
Laka.
Wa.
Wa.
Wanakakidan,
Wanakakidan,
Magalia,
Magoya,
Mawa Slaki, Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yasakar,
Yasakar,
Shem Yashala,
Shem Yakar,
Iwa, Kaya,
Kaya,
Now I, Tazawa,
Tazwa,
Love Yakadwa,
Labikadwa,
Ayaka,
Al-Ayaka,
Wayash,
Varya,
Yakarafwa,
Yakarafwa,
Ahaya,
Ahaya,
Adawam,
Awam,
Wayashima Aliyam,
Mamasha Ayo,
Mawaba,
Mawaba,
Wahagaria,
Wahagaria,
Kabal,
Kabal,
Wamawan,
Wamawan,
Wamalak,
Wamala,
Malashap,
Malashah,
I'm Yashab,
Akishabi,
Tazawar,
Tazwar,
Gum Ashawar,
Ramashwar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Ayawa,
Aywa,
Zerawai,
Zerawai,
Labunya,
Labanya,
Lawat,
Lawat,
Selah,
Salah,
Aishalaham,
Ashalaha,
Kamadyan,
Amalia,
Kasaya Sara'ah,
Katayasara,
Kayabyan,
Kayabya,
Manakar,
Manakar,
Kuyashwan,
Yashwa,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamarwa,
Bayan,
Bayan,
Dara,
Dara,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Zaman,
Zaman,
Dama,
Dama,
Shaykdumwa,
Shaitama,
Nayi Slakin, Nadayabawa,
Nadiyabawa,
Kara,
Kara,
Wakazaba,
Kazba,
Wakazaba,
Wakazba,
Wakataza Slakin, Wakatazal Manai,
Wakazalmanai,
Kal Nasiya Kumwa,
Kalasikawa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amawa,
Amawa,
Naya Rashad,
Narasha,
Ranawa,
Nawa,
Naya Waf,
Nawa,
Alhaya,
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 Shaykdumwa,
Shaitama,
Wakaga Galgala,
Wakagagya,
Kirkwash,
Kakash,
Lapanya,
Lapani,
Rakat,
Rakat,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Tabaira,
Tabaira,
Yaira,
Yaira,
Wakala Abad,
Wakalaba,
Dalahat,
Balahat,
Haryam,
Maryam,
Khan,
Khan,
Thuradatma,
Maradapa,
Basa Irika,
Basairaga,
Wakasa Salaki, Waba, Sawapafka,
Wabasa Paska,
Dabahala,
Mabahala,
Malaa,
Mala,
Panyaham,
Panyam,
Palawan,
Kalwan,
Waibakwashwa,
Waibakashwa,
Shemka,
Tamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Bash,
Waibahawa,
Waibahawa,
Ada
Ai,
Salaki, Waikaparwa,
Waikapawa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadawa,
Waidad,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Atha,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Abaka,
Abaka,
Ayawan,
Aliwan,
Alcohol Raksa,
Alcohol Raksa. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O
Hold
Yahweh.
not thy peace.
Hold out thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
They that hate thee.
If they hate thee,
Now lift up the
they
head.
lift up their head.
That take a crafty counsel.
They'll take crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consult.
And consult it
Against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
Come.
Let's cut them off.
Let's cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
The name of Israel.
Maybe no one
There
remember.
be no more remembrance.
When they have consulted
They
together.
have consulted together
With one consent.
with one consent.
That's better
They're
against thee.
confederate against thee.
Tabernacle to Edom.
Tabernacle to Edom.
And Israelites.
And Israelites.
Of Moab.
Moab.
And
Hagarenes.
Gabal.
Paul.
And Ammon.
Ammon.
Amalek.
Amalek.
Philistines.
Philistines.
You have this Tyree.
They have some Tyree.
Now sure.
Ashur.
Also join with
It's
them.
also joined with them.
They are hoping the children of
They're
God.
hoping the children alive.
Selah.
Selah.
Do unto them.
Do it to them.
As unto the
That's
Midianites.
to the Midianites.
As to Sarah.
That's to Sarah.
As to Jabez.
That's to Jabin.
As to Kisah.
That's to Kishon.
Which bears the Endor.
First to Endor.
They became as dung for
They
the
became
earth.
as dung for the earth.
Make their nose like a rat.
Make the nose like a ram.
And like seed.
And like seed.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes of
All
our.
the princes
And
about.
that's a
And
moon.
that's Amunah.
Who said.
Who said,
Let's take for
I
ourselves.
say to
The
ourselves,
house of Yahweh.
God of Yahweh in possession.
All my
All
power.
my power.
Make them like the wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
Not stumble before the wind.
Stumble before the wind.
Not fire burn for wood.
Let the fire burn for wood.
Not flame set the mountains on fire.
And the flame set his mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them
With thy temper.
with thy temper.
Make them afraid.
Make them afraid
With thy sword.
with thy storm.
Fill the face with shame.
With the face of shame.
That they may seek thy name.
Let me seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh.
Oh Yahweh.
But to be confounded.
Let them be confounded
And troubled.
and troubled
Forever.
forever.
Yea.
Yea.
But to be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame
And perish.
and perish.
That men may know.
That men may know
That
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone,
is Yahweh.
is Yahweh,
Not the most high.
of the Most High,
Over all the earth.
God earth. All right, it's a prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Rakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Mayaka Allah.
Why Mecca Allah.
Why Alahayim.
Why Ahayim.
Mataz Abiyah.
Who's called Tabiyah.
Alawap Yohana.
Al-Wab Yahan.
Alawapim.
Al-Wab
Hasaranyim.
Asrani.
Akwatazayanyim.
Kotazanya.
Hakayayayim.
Akakayah.
Wahakwapim.
Wahagwakti.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Why Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
The water of mouth. Blessing in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
The angels.
Command General
Command
Yahan.
General Yohana.
The general.
The generals.
Captain.
The captains.
Officer.
The officers.
The
The
troopers.
troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name of Yahweh
In
Shai.
the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
So
be
be
it.
it. Star's turn. All right, we can be seated. All right, we are Genesis the 36. So we're going to read the first 7 verses of Genesis the 36 in Hebrew. You can read that for me.
Okay. It's the book of Genesis 36 and 1 in the Hebrew. Wa Allah, wa ha, sorry. Wa Allah. The wa. Wala the wa. Ashar. Ashra. Sorry. Ashra. Hara. Hawa. Adamya. Ashra. Ashra. Lakak. Ah. Nashia. Nashiawa. Mabanawa. Kanaim. Ah. Ida. Ba. Ayalawan. Ayalawan. Hakathia. Wa. Ahalia Wama. Ba. Aina. Ba. Abiwan. Abaniwan. Sorry. Aba Aiwan. Hakura. Kwaria. Wa. Bashama. Ba. Yashama. Ayla. Aqua. Aqua. Nabayawa. Wathala. Wathala. Ida. La Ashwa. Ah. Alia Plaza. Plaza. Wabashama. Wabashama. Yalada. Yalada. Daha. Ah. I will Allah. Wa al. Sorry. Wa ahala. Ya sorry. Bama. Yalada. Ah. Aya ay. Sorry. Ya ayasha.
Yash.
Ya yash. Wa. Ya ilam. Wa. Karak. Allah. Banya. Ashwa. Ashar. Yoladwa. Lawa. Barataza. Kanaim. Wayaka. Asha. Ah. Nashaya. Wa. Bananyawa. Saki. Bananya. Wa. Wa. Banathia. Wa. Ka. Napashwa. Bayatha. Wa. Makana Nahawa. Atha. Watha. Saki. Watha. Wa. Ka. Bahama Thawa. Wa. Bahama Thawa. Wa. Ka. Kanani Noah. Kanani Nawa. Shah. Rakai. Rataza. Kanai. Wayalak. Al. Arataza. Mapanya. Yaikal. Yaikwa. Saki. Yaikwa. Saki. Yaikwa. Akaya. Akayawa. Kaya. Last verse 7. Kaya. Kayaha. Kaya. Rako Washam. Ra. Rabah. Slakia. Mashaba. Yakalwa. Wala. Yakala. Marataza. Magarayo Yaham. Lasha. Latham. Mapanya. Maka. Slakia. Makwa Nayaham.
That's the first 7 verses in the Hebrew, Genesis 36 through 7. Now we're going to read them in English. Go ahead.
Okay. Genesis 36 and 1. Now these are the generations of Esau. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom.
All right, so now we're going to go over the generations or the lineage of Esau, who we know to be the so-called oppressor, right? Go ahead.
Esau took his, verse 2, Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan.
All right, now, does anybody know what was wrong about this?
Salaki, so
Go ahead.
Canaanites are another nation.
Right, exactly. So his father Isaac told him to get, the daughters of his kinsmen, just like how he told Jacob, which Jacob ended up going to Laban, which was Rachel, and Rachel, he ended up getting Rachel and Leah. But Esau decided to go against Isaac, his father, and decided to get the daughters of the Hamites. You understand? All right.
Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite, and Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon, the Hivite.
Right, Hivites and Hittites, both we know as Canaanites, right? Both is African descent. Go ahead.
And Bashma, Ishmael's daughter.
All right, and now we got one that's Ishmael's lineage, which we know is the Middle Eastern people, so-called Middle Eastern people today, or the Arabs.
Daughter of Nebojah, sister of Nebojah. And Ada bare to Esau Eliphaz, and Bashmath bare Ru'ul.
Right, and we know that Esau decided to take these women of these other nations to specifically go against his father. That shows you the spirit that was on Esau. You understand? That's why he wasn't given the covenant. He's the firstborn. So normally the firstborn would get the birthrights. You understand? The firstborn son specifically would get the birthrights. But we know that he sold his birthrights to Jacob.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they can say, oh, Jacob tricked him, but that was of the Lord's doing. You understand? Because the Lord knew what type of person Esau was. Just like how in the beginning, Cain went against the Lord and slew his brother and tried to hide it. The same spirit that's on Esau. You understand? To rebel, to go against. You understand? So he went against his father, what his father said. He said, whatever y'all talking about, F what y'all talking about, I'm going to go do my own thing.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
So basically he did the opposite of everything that he was told.
Right. You understand? You know how you as a kid, you grow up and your parents tell you not to do something, but you do it. That's what he did.
Right.
You understand? That's what he did. And that shows you that that's not the spirit that should be on Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. We don't get that. A lot of times they try to pin on Black people We the murderers.
Right.
We're the thieves. No, we are learning. We are copying this from the so-called oppressor. You understand? We are copying this from our oppressor. You understand? This is not natural things. Even our sisters, you know, they put out Sexy Red and all this, you know, ratchet, you know, whorish music. But we're not the ones that originated that. That comes from our oppressor. You understand?
Right.
We're copying them. That's why they're the oppressor, the small hats is pushing that type of music on them, paying them to push that type of music. You understand? But that's not originally how we are as people.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 5. And Holobama bare Jeus, and these are the sons of Esau, which were born unto him in the land of Canaan.
Right, go ahead.
Verse 6. And Esau took his wives and his sons and his daughters and all the persons of his house and his cattle and all his beasts and all his substance which he had gotten in the land of Canaan, and went into the country from the face of his brother Jacob.
All right, and did anybody know what it means when he says he went into the country from the face of his brother Jacob? Go ahead.
Slack out. The face meaning the border, or
It's a different word you can use for it. You know?
Don't think too hard.
Oh, God. Basically, he left from his brother.
Yeah, but not quite. Yeah, but yeah, he did. If I'm like, right now, if I'm face to face, where am I? How am I towards you? What would you say I'm towards you?
Slack.
Oh, he turned around. He turned his back.
No, he can't turn his back. We face to face.
Oh, God.
Slack, sir. He's close enough to watch his brother.
But what is the word that is describe where I am towards where you're at? Let's say you got a house, and there's a house that's facing yours. What is that? I kind of just gave it away.
Oh, God. It's like face to face.
Yeah, but it's across from you. So if you got a house and you on this side of the street, let's say somebody move on and they facing yours, they across the street. So that's how they move. But he had a city, Jacob had a city, he's in this city. He just moved to the city that's across, face to face. You know what I'm saying?
Con. I got you.
Yeah, it's a
just
face
tried-
of freedom. It's like right across from you. It's not too far. You're right there, but we can't be in the same city.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you were to say Atlanta across from Decatur. You know, you in Atlanta, I'm face to Decatur. You know what I mean? They cross at one point, but they're in two different cities.
Right.
That's how they are. And there's a reason why he did that. You understand? And it's going to say it later, but he just moved across from it, basically. Go ahead.
Verse 7. For their riches were more than that they might dwell together.
Right, and that's the reason why he moved across from him or face to face, because he has too much and Jacob had too much, so it wouldn't be, they didn't have enough room to fit both of them in that city. So he had to move across from it. He said his riches and much and his cattle and everything that he had was too much that he had to get his own place. You understand? You got to think about it. Let's say if you do it in a lesser terms, and you got a house, and your brother might want to live with you, but you got a house and you got a lot of stuff for your house. It can't really fit. You know, you got your family, you got, you know, your kids, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you take care of your mom. You maybe, you know what I'm saying? You just got too many people in this house. I don't got enough bedrooms. You're going to have to get the other house. You know what I'm saying? Same thing like that. But that's in a lesser term. This is in a greater term. They're talking about cities. All right.
Oh, Salakia.
Go ahead.
It also just shows how blessed and lack of warning, like an obedient man of God, an obedient Israelite has, that you can't even accommodate your brother if you're really in the truth like that.
Well, you can't necessarily say that, because you can accommodate your brother if you want the truth for sure. You know what I'm saying? You definitely can accommodate your brother if you want to truth for sure. It's just this in this time they were growing as a nation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, Esau's having sons, and like, you know, he's growing as a nation. You got to think these was the last two nations that was made in the Bible. You understand? All the other nations, all the you know, the Japhites, all of them was all created. Esau and Jacob was the last ones to make the Israelites and Edomites. Those were the that's so they was the smallest in the number. So at this time they're growing in nation, and they was once living together. Right. You know what I'm saying? There was once Isaac is both their father and Rebecca is both their mother. So they was once living together. And once Isaac got to pass away, they started to grow as their own nation, get their own wives, their buildings, so they became too much to fit in one household. So that's why it wasn't necessarily like an accommodation thing, it was just, you know what I mean? These are both two nations. And then even more to double down on accommodation, these are two nations that the Lord said is different in manner. You know what I'm saying? They'll grow to be two nations. So they brothers, but they're not even really brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like if you were to be talking to an Israelite brother and you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You're talking to a Black, Hispanic, and Native American. No, these are two different nations. You know what I'm saying? So that's what essentially is going on. So that's what it's like a birth of two different nations. Right. They're both growing. Right. So you don't want to say, you know, okay, you can't accommodate your brother because at this point, they already done splitting off. You know what I'm saying? Like they basically not even they brothers, you know, biologically, right? But they're not brothers. You know what I mean? It's just like how Esau is our brother, but he's not our brother. You know what I mean? The Black, Hispanic, Native American is your brother. Esau is a whole other nation. Well, in the Bible, you'll find references of like, you know, the Lord referencing them as brothers, like where it say, "For thy violence to thy brother Jacob." You know what I mean? Esau's going to be punished. You know what I'm saying? Esau's going to be punished. You know what I'm saying?
For the riches were more than that they might dwell together, and the land wherein they were strangers could not bear them because of their cattle.
Right. So then they was in a land that was strange. Right. So then they was in a land that was strange. You understand? And that land wasn't big enough to bear them because of their cattle, so they had to move. You know what I'm saying? They have to expand. It's just like it's just like maybe you in a one bedroom apartment with your girl, with your rib, and you get, you know, 2 kids and a dog, and you know that one bedroom ain't gonna be big enough. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like you can't accommodate a brother. It's more so you just, you know, you're growing, so now you need a bigger place to stay. All right. Go ahead. English. We're gonna read a little bit of more verses in the Hebrew. Wayashab, Aishwa, Wayashab, Aishwa, Sha'ayar, Aishwa, Hawa'ah, Adawam, Wa'ala, Daladawa, Aishwa, Abayah, Adawam, Bahar, Sha'ayar, verse 10, Allah, Shemawah, Bunya, Aishwa, Allah, Yapazah, Bun, Ida, Aishat, Aishwa, Ra'awal, Bun, Bashamath, Ashat, Aishwa, verse 11. Wayahayawa, Banya, Allah Yapazah, Tayaman, Iwamar, Shazapawa, Wagai Thum, Wakonaz. All right, that's 3 verses right there. So I continue. Yeah, I'll just continue. Verse 12.
I'll read 14, so.
Yeah. Without Manai, so like it. Without Manai.
Without Manai.
Without Payalagash. The owl, Yapa, Slaki.
The owl Slapazak.
One, Aishwa. Wathalai. Slaki, what's the lock? The owl, Yapazah. Af. I'm a lock. Allah. Banya. Aida. Ashaf. Aishwa. Verse 13. Why Allah Banya. Rawa Al. The Kaf. Wazarak. Shema. Wamazah Allah. Ayawah. Banya. Washema. Ashaf. Aishwa. Verse 14. Why Allah Hayawa Banya. Aha. Aha. Layabama. Bath. Aina. Bath. Tazabaya 1. Ashath. Aisha. Wathalat. The Aishwa. Af. Yayash. Wa'af.
Yayash. Yallah.
Wa'af. Barak. We're going to read verse 8 through 14 in the English.
Okay. Genesis 36 and 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
All right, so now we know Esau was dwelling in Mount Seir. That's where he went to, in the mountains. You understand? That's why they call them, today they call them the Caucasians, because they came from the Caucasus Mountains, which is Mount Seir. All right.
Verse 9. And these are the generations.
And that's why, Salaki, and that's why it's crazy that, you know, when you read the Hebrew and you realize, you know, where they come from and everything, that when I hear, like, you know, fake Israelites say that Esau is you know, black people.
They say he's Japheth.
Or I done heard that he's black people. I done heard that he's Japheth. I done heard both. I heard Esau is your brother. He's just like you. He's the black people that, you know what I mean, that you don't like, basically. That's
right.
To the person that's saying it. He basically the black people that you don't like. Oh, that's Esau. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll say he's Japheth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't make no sense because, go ahead.
It's locked at them. Even today, when they came here, if you look in the city, the people who always end up on the hills and stuff like that, or
Right.
like
The
there's
hills, the sky, even
it's
the
all
sky
there.
rises. Yeah, that's why they like to live high. That's why I say like to live on the cleft of the rock. They like the hill. They like to live in all the sky rises, on the 10th floor, on the top floors. They like to live like if you go to like San Francisco or you know those places where the hills at. Those places where the hills at. They live on the hill. In the Palisades, where in California, where all the fire burned, all them hills that burned, all the houses and stuff, they in the hills. You understand? Because that's where they like to stay at. Now, our people obviously try to move up there, you know, thinking that we're gonna get into, you know, their type of neighborhood. It's gonna be peaceful. Shalom, Christ. You know what I'm saying? So we move up there, but originally that's where they like to live at, those hills, and you know, they like to climb Stone Mountain, and they like to be on the mountains. You know what I'm saying?
Shalaki, that's why they got a cabin in the mountains.
You know what I'm saying?
To want skiing.
Right. They always got a cabin or
Right.
yeah, in the mountain. They go to the little, you know, in the mountain. They go to the little rise. You know, to get away. It shows you that that's where they come from, the mountains. You understand? Like they came, just biblically they came from the mountains. You know, that's where the so-called white man, the oppressor, likes to live. You understand? It all matches. You understand? Hey, the plot. You can no, the plot. Enjoy. Water. You understand? He like to live on the mountains. You understand? So keep going.
Oh, Shalaki, one more thing.
Why do you always talk about things? Why do you always talk about
This, see, that. Like, that's why have you never seen no black person being born He's not even a Jap, not even a person of Japheth. He's born hairy.
Right, hairy all over.
Right.
You know, it might be a little reddish, but then as
Right.
they grow, they get colored. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They get the little melanin, start to get the melanin in their skin, but they'll be hairy all over like that. That's just hairy. But even when you say red, that's synonymous with, you know what I mean, being an Edomite,
Right.
no melanin.
Right.
You understand? Because even if you're born red, you end up growing up, and then you might you get a little darker. You be like, you know, if y'all see my son, be like my son, or you know, be a brother like that. Y'all your light skin complexion, but you don't be red. You know what I mean? You're not like, you know what I'm saying? The only person that come through you see red is the only person that come through you see red. And like you said, Asians don't even be red like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just be Esau.
It's locked in. I was born.
Somebody chimed in on the what you call it?
I'm sure you
Yeah,
are.
You can bring them up.
Right.
Do they want to be? They are.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You said something?
Salami, how about Shimmy Ashab Ragathot? Say, I was just gonna say like the red man. All you gotta do is just make him mad. His neck get red, or you grab him by his arm. That man turned pale. He turned red. It ain't no mistakes in color. When you touch it, he press down on his skin. You see that red pop out like a flag.
Right, exactly. You understand? It's only shine through so much, so greatly through him. You know what I mean? And I give you another one. I'll double down on that. You understand? Who they call the redneck?
Right, the oppressor.
You know what I'm saying? Like they call him. Why you got to think? Why they call him a redneck?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Also talk about them living on mountains. The other name they have for them is hillbillies.
Right, hillbillies.
Right.
Living on the hill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all this shows and shows you that it's not without a shot of a doubt that our oppressor is Esau. You understand? We're gonna run through the rest of this because this just is lineage. We're gonna get through this chapter, so we're gonna just skim through a lot of this. Go ahead.
Slacky or mountain man.
Right.
Verse 10. These are the names of Esau's sons. Eliphaz, the son of Adah. Eliphaz, the wife of Adah of Esau. Reuel, the son of Bashemah, the wife of Esau. Verse 11. The sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Gathar, and Canaan. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were
Amalek is
These were small hats.
right.
Right. Go ahead.
These were the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. Verse 13. And these are the sons of Reuel, Nahath, and Zerah, Shema, and Mizah. These were the sons of Bashemah, Esau's wife. The sons of Bashemah. Verse 14. And these were the sons of Ahalabamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibiah, Esau's wife. And she bare to Esau Jeush, and Jalam, and Korah. These were dukes of the sons of Esau.
Right, and that's another tall tale. Who do they call the dukes? You know what I mean? The dukes is an old school English term that they used to use for themselves back during the English days, back during those days. You know what I'm saying? Even got the Dukes of Hazzards.
Right, I was just about to say, I don't want
You know what I'm saying? Right. Dukes of Hazzards. Right. Who these are? They still kept that name.
Right. Because a duke is, from what I read, when I looked it up, it's like the hierarchy of siblings.
Right.
Basically,
it's like the nobility, like the royalty.
Right, Khan. These were dukes of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn son of Esau, Duke Teman, Duke Omar, Duke Zepho, Duke Canaan. Hey, Salaki, you know that name Omar because I be seeing they be having that name Omar and all that, right? Like, so that's actually an Edomite name.
That's what it says.
Damn. Verse 16, Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, and Duke Amalek. These are the dukes that came of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Ada. And these are the sons of Reuel, Esau's son, Duke Nahath, Duke Zerah, Duke Shammah, Duke Mizah. These are the dukes that came of Reuel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Bashemath, Esau's wife. And these are the sons of Halabamah, Esau's wife, Duke Jeush, Duke Jalam, Duke Korah. These were the dukes that came of Halabamah, the daughter of Anah, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Esau, who was Edom, and these are their dukes. Verse 20, these are the sons of Seir, the Horite, who inhabited the land, Lotan, and Shabal, and Zibeon, and Anah. Verse 21, and Dishan, and Ezer, and Dishan. These are the dukes of the Horites, the children of Seir in the land of Edom. Verse 22, and the children of Lotan were Hori and Hemam, and Lotan's sister was Timnah. And the children of Shabal were these, Alvan and Manahath, and Ebal, Shephel, and Onam. These are the children of Zibeon, both Ajah and Anah. This was that Anah that found the mules in the wilderness, as he fed of the asses of Zibeon his father. Verse 25. And the children of Anah were these, Dishan and Aholabamah, the daughter of Anah. And these are the children of Dishan, Hamdan and Eshban and Ithran and Sharan. The children of Ezer are these, Ilhan and Zavan and Akan. The children of Dishan are these, Uz and Aran. These are the dukes that came of the Horites, Duke Anah. Verse 30, Duke Dishan, Duke Ezer, Duke Dishan. These are the dukes that came of Hori, among their dukes in the land of Seir. And these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom, before there reigned any king over the children of Israel.
So basically, they was being established and had kings before we had kings. You know, our king didn't come until Deuteronomy, the chapter 18th chapter, when we decided that we wanted to, inquire or to ask the Lord to put a king over us like all the other nations. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Right, Salakia, because from what I'm seeing here, it's like that had to have a king. It's like that had to have a king. Of the other nations.
Yeah, that's what it said in the scriptures in Deuteronomy 18. It said,
right.
We asked for a king. Basically, we wanted to get a king. You understand? And just like the other nations round about, the Lord didn't establish a king. Like we had, Moses and leaders, but we didn't have like a king that's over.
Right.
We just had priests and prophets that the Lord was dealing with, and then you had one that the Lord specifically dealt with. And then it got to the point where we wanted a king like other nations. Right. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 32. And Bela, the son of Abor, reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Dinhabah. And Bela died, and Jobab, the son of Zerah of Bozrah, reigned in his stead. And Jobab died, and Husham of the land of Tamani reigned in his stead. And Husham died, and Hadad, the son of Badad, who smote Midian, in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead. And the name of the city was Avith. And Hadad died. And Samlah of Mesorakah reigned in his stead. And Samlah died. And Saul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his stead. And Saul died. And Baal-Hanan, the son of Achbor, reigned in his stead. And Baal-Hanan, the son of Achbor, died. And Hadar reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Paul. And his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mezahab, Mezahab. And these are the names of the dukes that came of Esau, according to their families after their places by their names. Duke Timnah, Duke Alva, Duke Jethman, Duke Halabamah, Duke Allah, Duke Penah, Duke Kenaz, Duke Teman, Duke Mizbar, Duke Magdiel, Duke Iram. These be the dukes of Edom. This is Genesis 36:40, Genesis, last verse. Duke Magdiel, Duke Iram. These be the dukes of Edom, according to their habitation, in the land of their possession. He is Esau, the father of the Edom. He is Esau, the father of.
All right. So with that concludes the service. We'll go ahead and give a shout out, see who we got online. It's up there. We're gonna see who checked in the class today. Give a little shout out. You know the Shalom of Christ. You know, that's what Hadar like to do. We got Barakwa. All right, most side Christ from Morrow, Georgia. The Pasra Shalom Yevzikathal, my brother. Okay, checking in from the slavery. Alexandria. Okay, the rib of Quanaha Tazadat. All right, from Alabama, most high in Christ. What's that? Elder Charles, okay. Jacksonville, Florida. Madina, our sister, most high in Christ. Nizam Manaf.
Oh yeah, she's one of the regulars.
Madabar, okay, most high in Christ from Louisiana. Maisha Olive. Okay. See, young man Thomas. Okay, most high in Christ. Truba Yaquagabar. Okay, I think he popped in on live with us for a quick second. Yakazakala, okay.
That's what I'm gonna cry. Hey, well, I told you for checking in. We got Sister Tazaliah.
Tazaliah.
Little
Ada in the building. That's well. Okay, he put the Jewish flag in there. I don't know about that, but I see you, my boy. Little Ada in there. All right, most high in Christ. Most high in Christ. All right, with that, we're gonna conclude today's service. Maja, please stand. Sark.
Yasharla.
Sark. All right, we're gonna send up the prayers. All right, Majin, which means to stand. Upon Hakudam means to face the east. All right, sorry. All right, we're going to send up the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malachaka, Naba'a, Ratzaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanawa, Achum, Cow, Yawam, Wasalak, Kamawaf, Yanawa, Walaya, Salaki, Wala'a, Kabayanawa, Manasayawan, Ball, Shanawa, Bayan, Right, Kaya, Ka, Malakwa, Allah, Para, Lawalumyu, Amat.
Lord, prayer in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Give us our debt. We forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory. Forever. So be it.
The prayer for the cock. The prayer for a cock, the power, and the heat. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushua. Baba Kushah. The Thanawa. The cock. La Pa'a. Cal Makala. Cal Manawa. The cock. La Tahar. Tazariah. The cock. The Haku. Matthew. The cock. Arakawa. The Tamala. The Garshun. Hashem Yahushua. The Water Amat.
That's the power in English. Yahweh. The name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. Power to heal all manner of sickness. All manner of disease. Power to cleanse the leper. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
The power to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushua. Raklanawa. Wayashala. Wahabiyat. Saparia. Hashem Yahushua. Wadamat.
Bless Israel in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
All right, Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha, Ayanya, Ahaharya, Bayan, Yaba'a, Azariah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Waratza, Ayathan, Namawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Anat, La'at, Yanawam, Wala'at, Yashun, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Zalka, Al-Yat, Yamka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'at, Rekaka, Wayarak, Wailayla, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Kalrad, Yashamar, After Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Kawa'aka, Ma'ata, Avalam.
That's one Psalms 121 in the English. I lift up my eyes to the hills. From which comes my help? My help comes from the Lord. Which made heaven and earth. You will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee. Will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. Be forevermore.
All right, last one. Not the last one. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayim, Al-Damyalaka, Al-Takarat, Wa'al, Tashakwat, Al, Kaya, Hana, Oyabika, Yahaman Yawan, Wamashana, Yaka, Nasha'a, Wa, Ra'at, Al-Amika, Ya'amim Yawa, Sawat, Wayata, Ai Tazawa, Al Tazapawanya, Amawa, Lakawa, Wanakakidan,
Wanakakidan,
Magalia,
Magalia,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Shem Yasha'ala,
Shem Yasha'ala,
Iwad,
Iwad,
Kaya,
Aya.
Nawa'ai,
Nawa'ai,
Tazawa,
Tazawa,
Salaki, Labyakawa,
Labyakawa,
Alyaka,
Alyaka,
Baryaf,
Baryaf,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Ahalia,
Ahalia,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Why,
Yashamai,
Aliyam,
Aliyam,
Mawaba,
Mawaba,
Bulgaria,
Bulgaria,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Ramawan,
Ramawan,
Ramalak,
Ramalak,
Palashat,
Palashat,
I'm your Shabia,
I'm your Shabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gub Ashawar,
Gub Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zerawai,
Zerawai,
Labunya,
Labunya,
the Watts,
the Watts,
Salah,
Salah,
Asha,
Asha,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadia,
Kamadia,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sarah,
Sarah,
Kayabyan,
Kayabyan,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Koyashwan,
Koyashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Bayan,
Bayan,
Dara,
Dara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Dama,
Dama,
Shaydumba,
Shayadumba,
Nariyab,
Nariyab,
Mawak, Karab,
Karab,
Yakaza, Salaki, Wakazabak,
Wakazbak,
Wakazabak, Wakazazal,
Wakazal,
Benai,
Benai,
Cow,
Cow,
Nasi Yakumwa,
Nasi Yakumwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amawa,
Amawa,
Naya Rashad,
Naya Rashad,
Nanawa,
Nanawa,
Naya Waf,
Nawaf,
Alhaya,
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 Shayadumwa,
Shayadumwa,
Kagalgala,
Kagalgala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Kapanya,
Kapanya,
Rakah,
Rakah,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Dabaira,
Dabaira,
Yaira,
Yaira,
Wakalaba,
Wakalaba,
Dalahat,
Dalahat,
Haryam,
Haryam,
Khan,
Khan,
Duradap,
Duradap,
Basa Irika,
Irika,
Babasa,
Wapsa,
Wapapka,
Wapapka,
Slaki, Dabalaham,
Dabalaham,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Palawan,
Palawan,
Wayakwashwa,
Wayakwashwa,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahawa,
Wayabahawa,
Wadai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayab Salaki, Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Salaki, Wayadaawa,
Wayadaawa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Ata,
Ata,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Shabaka,
Vodka,
Alcohol and Raptizah.
Alcohol, Rasta. Psalm 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
lo,
thy enemies make
Thy enemies
tumble.
make a tumble.
And they that hate thee.
They that hate thee.
Now lift up the head.
Now lift up the head.
Now take the crop couch.
Now take the crop to couch.
Against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consult.
and consult
Against thy hidden ones.
Against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
Come.
And let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
For being a nation.
Being a nation.
And the name of Israel.
The name of Israel.
Maybe no more remembrance.
Maybe no more remembrance.
For they have spoken together.
They have something together.
With one consent.
One consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
Tabernacle of Edom.
Tabernacle of Edom.
And Israel.
And Israel.
Moab.
Moab.
And Hagareen.
Hagareen.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Ammon.
Ammon.
Amalek.
Amalek.
Philistine.
Philistine.
Which inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur.
Ashur.
Also joined with this.
Also joined with them.
They have hope the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Selah.
Selah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the midnight.
To the midnight.
As to Sarah.
Sarah.
As to Jabez.
As to Jabez.
As to Kisan.
Broke Kisan.
Was parents at Endor.
Parents at Endor.
They became a dump for the earth.
Became a dump for the earth.
Make the nobles like a red.
Make the nobles like a red.
Like these.
Like thee.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes of Sabah.
All the princes of Sabah.
Nasamuna.
Nasamuna.
Who said?
Said.
Let's take for ourselves.
Let's take for
The
ourselves.
house of Yahweh possession.
Out of Yahweh's possession.
All my power.
All my power.
Make them like a will.
Make them like a will.
As the stone before the wind.
Before the wind.
As fire burns wood.
As fire burns wood.
As flames set the mountains on fire.
And the flames set the mountains on fire.
Persecute them.
Persecute them.
With thy temples.
With thy temples.
Make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
With thy sword.
With thy sword.
Fill the face with shame.
Fill the face with shame.
Let them seek thy
Let
name.
them seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh.
Oh, Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And trouble.
And trouble.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
Thou.
Whose name alone.
Name
alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Most high.
Over all the earth.
All right, last prayer, the blessings and people. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Miyakala.
Why Miyakala.
Why Lahayim.
Why Lahayim.
Mataz Abiyah.
Mataz Abiyah.
Ale Salaki Alawap Nihana.
Alawap Nihana.
Halawapium.
Halawapium.
Hasaranyum.
Hasaranyum.
Hakwatiyanya.
Hasaranyum.
Hakayayami. Bahakwakium.
Bahakwakium.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The water Amma.
Blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And angels.
And angels.
Command and tell Yohanan.
Command to Yohanan.
The general.
The generals.
The captain.
Captains.
Officers.
Troopers.
And assistants.
And
And sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
And name Yahweh Shai.
Name
And Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Sorry, we return. This concludes the Sabbath service.
The shopping. Shopping. Apply.
The Shabbat means to be seated. With that, we're going to pass the class over to Officer 50, Napash Kaya.
Did ISUPK security announcements. Brother, ISUPK started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for a new brother and sister. When new brother and sister come to the school, they are living for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. In the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My Aishua, that means 10 in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. The next Holy Convocation is going to be the Feast of Purim. That's going to be on the 14th and the 15th day of the 12th month. That's going to be March, Thursday and Friday. They're going to be on the 13th or 14th day of the month. You also can find this book of Purim, chapter 9, verse 20 to 31. Around Arkin are walking and check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be trooping to school, throwing our black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. For that, you want to salute to the men in the building. Also online, Israel, Elijah. You stand? Israel. Amaya Sabat. Elijah. Rock. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. Well, I said in Hebrew, I'm going to translate in English. May the Most High in the name of Christ bless you. Yahweh top me your hands down. Sardium means swords, turn, two sisters, Oline. Well, Wakian in Israel, Amajim. Amaj Tabat, Rock. Oh, that's right. Amaj Sabat, Amajim, Rock. Yahweh Shema Elathan Bajah. Why I said to persist on building, also online. May the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Yap Matop, me hands down. Fast.
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.